So today I'll be doing a video discussing amazing fairy tale news and why, if you call yourself a fairy tale fan, you have to be 100% excited to hear this news about fairy tale. And I'm gonna be honest, there's been times where I just really want to record videos, and this is one of those videos that I really just have been wanting to record. In fact, I'm actually on vacation, but I decided, you know what, I still had to drop this video because I'm super excited for this news. Now, the number one thing is that new fairy tale content has been revealed. Yes, you guys have heard me right. New fairy tale content has been revealed. If you guys did not know, currently the only things that have been ongoing for fairy tale are the fairy tale anime, the final season, and fairy tale 100 Year Quest, the fairy tale manga. But Hiro Mashima has decided to release omakes, and omakes are basically special chapters. They're basically OVAs for the manga. If you guys didn't know, usually they'll take the omakes and they'll probably either stretch them out, or they'll probably already be long enough, or they'll just throw them together and make an OVA out of them. And Fairy Tale 100 Year Quest has now been getting omakes revealed, and this is huge news because this just goes to show you that Hiro Mashima, he was not lying when he said he had more fairy tale works in store, because I didn't think he was going to start releasing omakes, especially for Fairy Tale 100 Year Quest. I would understand if it was for like the fairy tale spin-offs that he's doing, but the fact that he's still doing the omakes for Fairy Tale 100 Year Quest goes to show you that he still has a lot more stuff that he wants to share with us, and that's what gets me super excited. And in fact, he did release 2 of them at a time, so that's even more hype, because the first one, it's basically called Concerned Lucy, and this one is a mini Natsu-X Lucy spin-off. It's a really fun one. We basically see Lucy trying to start her manga career. They go off to a little mission, find anteaters, and, it's a little short 4-page one, basically fan service for Natsu-X Lucy fans, because a lot of people, they have been wondering if Natsu-X Lucy was going to happen because of the whole Toka situation. And I think Hiro Mashima drew this spin-off to kind of throw a little bit of ease towards the Natsu-X Lucy fans. So if you guys are the Nalu fans, then yeah, you guys rest assured, because Hiro Mashima, he's still throwing special chapters for Natsu-X Lucy. But the second chapter is what we have to discuss, because it is called Gloomy Erza, and we see that it actually starts off with Juvia teaching Erza how to kiss. Yeah, Juvia is teaching Erza how to kiss, so you already know how this is going to end off. The fact that somebody like Juvia is trying to help Erza with her relationship skills goes to show you that they're actually leading towards Fairy Tale Next Generation. But Juvia, this is why I love Juvia. I will be honest, she's like my favorite female character, just because she admits that she's actually practicing for Gray right in front of him, and obviously Gray's like, why you gotta be so dumb? And like, obviously just Juvia showing love and her affection. It's just so funny seeing Juvia. This is why she's the best girl. We see that Juvia, she's basically admitting to Gray that she wants him and that she's practicing for him. So let's give a round of applause to Juvia, but let's give a second round of applause to Juvia, because she's the one that actually hints at Jerza. Yes, Juvia actually tells Erza that she needs to practice her kissing too, and Erza was like, why would she need to do that? And Juvia just flat out says that she needs to practice for Jalal. And this is why I love Juvia again too, because she's so straightforward. We see her throughout the whole series. Whenever she thought that Lucy was trying to get with Gray, she would be like, yo, that's her love rival, or she'll just say however she feels. That's why I like how Juvia is, and she just flat out told Erza, yo, she needs to start practicing for Jalal. So Juvia, another round of applause for hyping up Jerza herself. But then we see that Erza, she says that her relationship with Jalal isn't like that, and this is why a lot of people believe that Jerza won't happen, because Erza, we know that she's not the most skilled when it comes to relationship skills. We know that she's skilled in everything else. So when it comes to fighting or doing anything, that's the only thing she's lacking is relationship skills. And the fact that she is the one that's putting down the relationship herself goes to show you that she actually doesn't believe it will happen in somewhere, some part of her believes that it won't happen. That's why there are some people like myself who do believe that Jerza may not end up happening. But we see that Urza, she actually ends up practicing kissing, but it doesn't stop there because we see that Jalal actually catches her, and then it ends off with a super funny moment. But this just goes to show you that Urza, she was actually practicing for her forthcoming day. And this just goes to show you that Jerza, ladies and gentlemen, it may have just been reconfirmed. Now, the only reason I'm saying it may have been reconfirmed because it really does depend on Urza's character at this point. And this is what I love about the Jerza relationship. It's because Hiro Mashima, he did a good job at leaving it up to the characters. Like, it doesn't feel like that Hiro Mashima is actually writing it. Like, it actually feels like this is up to Urza because we see that she showed the two sides how she feels in this chapter alone. Obviously, she was like, her relationship with Jalal isn't anything like that at the beginning of the chapter. Then towards the end, she obviously showed that she would actually want a relationship with Jalal, which is why she did practice her kissing. So I actually do like how it's really coming down to Urza, her character. I like how it really does feel like it's fleshed out. And I actually do think now, since Urza was practicing kissing, I think it's safe to say that Jerza is back on the table. I know there have been some people who were disappointed when Jerza was deconfirmed, but I'm gonna be honest, it was looking very like plausible that Jerza would not happen because we saw that in the Fairy Tail 100-Year Quest, basically she was like, yo, I don't have any type of love interest with anybody, or she was lacking relationship skills. So like, we saw that Urza, it was looking very deconfirmed with that whole Urkis situation. However, we now see that because she was practicing kissing, she does actually want it to happen. But I think it's just more Urza, like I said, she's not really good with relationship skills, so she doesn't really know how to get her point across, but deep down, she actually does want it to happen. But I do believe that after seeing this chapter, this definitely does confirm that it will definitely come later than everybody else's, because Urza, let's be honest, when it comes to her relationship skills, she is lacking severely, and I do believe that this will take a toll on how long it will take for them to get together, because we saw Gajeel and Levi, how much they liked each other. They got together instantly. And now we're seeing Gray and Juvia, they're getting together instantly, you know, Natsu, Lucy. And that's what I really like about Hiro Mashima's pairings, is that he doesn't just throw all of it in at the end of the series, because we saw like how Biska and Ozak, they had a kid early on in the series. So like, whenever it's time for the pairing, it's their time. So I do believe that because Urza is so bad at relationship skills, she will have the longest when it comes to actually getting in a relationship with Jalal. And on top of that, Jalal isn't really around Fairy Tail like that. Like I said, he still has his own things he has to do. So that is why I believe that Jerza, it will happen way, way, way down the line. But this is good news because it will happen way, way, way down the line. That means it's obviously going to happen in Fairy Tail Next Generation, which I do believe will be happening. And speaking of Fairy Tail Next Generation, this chapter alone, all this stuff just goes to show you that Hiro Mashima listens to his supporters. And this is probably the greatest news of them all, because we already knew that Hiro Mashima, obviously he looks at everything that's being said, and that's a surprise to me. Like, I didn't know that he did that up until he started revealing it in his latest works like Eden Zero, because he pretty much based Eden Zero off of YouTubers. Now, I don't know if I have any of I don't know if I'm in Eden Zero at all, but no, in all seriousness, we see that he did actually listen to his supporters, and he actually did change the fate of Jerza. So this just goes to show you that Hiro Mashima, he really is serious about giving the supporters what we want, because I'm gonna be honest, there were some people that was doubting the screenshots when basically I was saying that Hiro Mashima said he would do Fairy Tail Next Generation if the supporters wanted it. But this right here is evidence that he actually is listening to his supporters, and this means that Fairy Tail Next Generation will actually happen if we do get enough people to support it. Because what are the odds that Jerza, right when everybody was saying that it might be deconfirmed because of the stuff that he had in Fairy Tail Next Generation, he goes and releases this gloomy Urza chapter. So I do believe that this is a huge sign that Fairy Tail Next Generation is going to be on the way, as long as we request it, because we may have just changed the fate of Jerza. So I definitely do think we'll be able to get Fairy Tail Next Generation to be confirmed. And the great thing about these new omics is there will be more of them, and maybe they'll have more about the other female characters who don't get as much shine. Like, for example, Mira Jane. Please give us an omic on Mira Jane. Brandish. You know, there's just so many different females that they could give these to that I would like to see them to develop the relationship, because I don't want to just see like the main cast get together. No, I want to see everybody, like even Elfman and I believe, I can't remember her, and Evergreen. Yeah, Elfman and Evergreen. I even want to see them get together. You know, Beak Slowly Sauna. So overall, what are you guys' thoughts on the new Fairy Tail news? This has been some great news. Like, I'm not gonna lie with you guys, I enjoyed making this video, and if you guys do like Fairy Tail content, make sure you guys turn on notifications. Comment what you guys see down below. Subscribe if you haven't. Peace out.